everybody, I wanted to share some canning tips with you. We're going to have a meetup event soon for canning, and I wanted to do a little demonstration of canned meat. So I have canned chicken here that we're going to do 2 jars of preserving. The problem with living off grid is that we don't have a lot of freezer space, and you can hear the generator running in the background right now, but it is a problem. So I wanted to just go through the simple canning method. It's not very difficult, but you do have to be very cautious because you don't want anything to go wrong when you're canning and working with meat. Now, what you do is you start with a nice clean jar. So we've got a jar here that has been sterilized in boiling hot water. And over here, you can see I've poured boiling hot water over these jar lids. And you want to make sure they're nice and sterilized. Okay? And what I've done is I've added raw chicken, 4 pieces. These particular ones have bones. You could do cubes of meat, boneless, but I have done canned chicken in the past, and the bones do not present a problem. So what I've done here is I've got 4 pieces of chicken in each jar. Then I've got a clove of garlic that I've cut in half for each jar. And then I've added salt and pepper, and just for taste, I've added parsley flakes and celery salt. And salt and pepper. So it's garlic, salt and pepper, celery salt, and that's it. So then what you do is you make very sure, one of the key essential items for canning is to make sure that this top rim is completely clean. That's why you sterilize the jar. Then as I put the chicken in, there might have been some debris, so I just wiped the lid with some clean paper towel. Now I'm going to just screw the lid on nice and tight, and then it just goes into the can. In this method of canning, we're using the water bath method, and it is recommended that you cook meat for 1 hour to ensure it's fully cooked. When you remove the jars from the canner, you want to cool them slowly. So you notice here I have them covered with a tea cloth so that they cool slowly and the jars don't crack. It is recommended that you use a pressure canner to cook your meat to ensure that the steam helps it come to the high temperatures. So that is one thing that you could also consider that we will be doing in a future video. Store your jars of canned meat in a cool, dry place. Ensure before you store them that the seal is secure, and if not, do not store them. Also, when you go to open the jars to use the meat, make sure that the seal is still intact, or do not use them because bacteria will have started and your meat will not be safe to eat.